So there's a big difference between a suspension and disbarment.
Okay.
So a suspension just means that you're not allowed to practice until the period of the suspension is over or until something changes with regard to your status. But disbarment means you're not to practice. So I was suspended when I initially was convicted of criminal offenses that I later had overturned. And then when I overturned the criminal conviction, I went back to practicing for a short time, and then they suspended me again. And when they suspended me the second time, it was in 2016, that's the subject of the lawsuit that we recently had overturned by the Court of Appeal.
Right.
So there's a lawyer in Halifax named Larkin, and he is a partner with Joel Pink. They own a law firm together. He subsequently hired Victoria Rees, who was the head of the Complaints Investigation Committee at the Bar Society. She was essentially the primary investigator of the Bar Society that was involved with my investigation and prosecution. They're connected, obviously, because they're now in a firm together. But Larkin took subject matter to the CIC in an ex parte application, which means I wasn't present during it.
I don't know what any of that means.
I'll slow it down. So when
what's CIC?
Complaints Investigation Committee.
Okay.
So there's committees within the Nova Scotia Barristers Society that can prosecute you or suspend you. And one such committee, the main committee, the CIC, decides if they want to suspend a lawyer on an interim basis, which is a very serious move, by the way. They know that when you take away somebody's livelihood and you suspend a practicing lawyer, it puts the public at jeopardy because whatever files that lawyer has, those clients now have to go find a new lawyer who might have to start from scratch. Obviously, it's a very big step to suspend a lawyer. Okay. And it's only done if there's very good reason to do so. And it's extremely uncommon. So they went to the CIC and essentially Mr. Larkin tried to demonstrate that I was double booked.
And what year was this?
2016.
Okay.
And so the head of the CIC asked Larkin about the double booking, and he said, does Lyle represent the client that you're saying that he was double booked for? And he knew that the answer was no, because he did an investigation. And he said yes. So he deceived the CIC to suspend my license from practicing. So there's a couple things going on here. For one, the CIC would never suspend any other lawyer for being in multiple courts at once. It's a very minor thing that's accepted, common, standard, right? Not only did they suspend my practice, they did it based on lies. He knew that I wasn't double booked, and he told her point blank that I represented this client. I did not represent the client. I appeared on an interim basis, but it was another lawyer that was expected to take over the matter, and it was on the record. It was clear with the client, clear with the court, clear with the Crown, clear with the investigator, yet he lied and had my license suspended. So for that reason, I sued him for malicious prosecution and for negligent investigation. I went in front of the Supreme Court for that lawsuit on a very basic pleadings matter. I won't get into the details on it to bore you, but I ended up having my lawsuits completely dismissed by Justice Rosinski, and the Court of Appeal recently overturned that dismissal and gave me the green light to proceed with my lawsuit.